Hey guys, how you doing today? Oops, I about knocked the tripod over. This plant. This is my beautiful boat lily. It's a Tradescanthia, but it's called boat lily. It's called Moses in a cradle. Um, there's all kinds of different names. I know it as a boat lily, and because my mom grew this plant many years ago, and that is what I know her as, and that's what I call her. But she is gorgeous. And she is also a very, very, very fast grower. Right now I'm just I'm cleaning up some dead leaves and trying to get her ready because she is moving over into a bigger pot. This plant grows like crazy, and I also have the secondary pot of her, and what I want to do is, isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. I love this plant, and then all the purple on the back. She's gorgeous. But what I want to do is I want to put both of these plants together into, whoops, this bigger pot. I've got a really big pot that I want to put her in. You can see it's wider and it's deeper, and I'm hoping putting her in this bigger pot, because I keep repotting her and repotting her and repotting her, which is fine. I mean, I love to repot plants. I love repotting my plants. I love getting my hands dirty, and I just enjoy it. Some people do, some people don't. That's fine. But I love it. But what I also want to do is, I've taken some cuttings off of this plant. Now I want to cut this knob off. That's a place where I had originally, at one point, cut her back. But I keep cutting her back and sticking her in the same pot, and then, oh, this one is broken, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. But I keep cutting it and trying to stick it in the back of my pot to fill it out, and of course she all grows one way because she's going obviously towards the light. But what I'm going to do is I am going to dump her out of here, get some soil put into this pot, which I have ready, and then I want to add these two pots together. Okay, I got my soil mixed up, and I got some put into my big pot. Now, I don't use any kind of special soil. I buy whatever is on sale and add my own perlite, add my own food. I use worm castings, so if you see me sprinkling stuff around, that's worm castings. Okay, now I am going to try to carefully dump her out of this pot, and then I want to try to directly set her over here. We'll see how this goes. Now, I watered her, oh good, she's popping right out. Good, good, good. See her root system. Now, all I'm going to do, my soil, excuse me, is nice and fresh. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen it up just a little bit. And then, oh boy, I don't know if I'm going to get this other pot in here or not. Oh wow, my soil line here was pretty perfect for this plant. I think what I might have to do with that plant is take all the soil off and then put it in separately. I'm just kind of knocking some of my soil. I don't know if you guys can see me. This plant is so bushy on one side. But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. And it propagates super easy. You can propagate it in water. You can propagate it in soil. It does not matter. It will take off. Okay, I got my soil, my root ball. I'm going to get down underneath it and just, all I'm doing is getting underneath my root ball and I'm just kind of sticking my fingers in and loosening that up. I see another dead leaf here I want to get off. Try to keep as much dead leaves off of my plants as I can to prevent bugs. So, okay, I'm going to leave her in there. I think I'm going to set it. Hey, I haven't made that much of a big mess yet. But this plant, I may have to just, like, dump her out and then to get her in that pot. See her roots? She was ready to come out of that pot. Now, I personally like to pot up a lot bigger with some plants into a bigger pot because they grow so quickly. And then I am just very, very careful watering that plant. But I could tell she needed to repot it. I mean, this is a pretty big drinker. She likes highlight. And usually, I mean, from what I have found in growing, that if your plant likes higher light, it usually does require a little more water. But these were all just cuttings that oh look, I have oops, I just broke a leaf, dang it. I have a Todds tricolor in this pot. I did not even know that. Well, it don't matter because she's going right back on. I propagated both of those plants at one time, and I probably got them mixed up, but it don't matter to me. I don't care. I think it looks pretty like that. Well, I just broke this one, and that one I'll stick right back down into the soil. So I think what I'm gonna do is, that one's kind of wonky going that way. I think I'm just going to, let me move my camera. Okay, I'm just going to, this one is really wet. I just watered her. This one I just watered yesterday. I'm just going to kind of peel it apart. I had a roly-poly bug in there, in case you were wondering. Get rid of that leaf. That one was just hanging on here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to push. Can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm going to push this section of soil just down in here like that. And then I'll break off another little section. And I'll do the same, and I'm just cleaning up dry leaves, and I think I just got dirt in my coffee. Oh, brother. Take that leaf off because it's almost dead. And then I'm going to do the same with her, and she's leaning that way, so I'm going to try to put her in that way so she leans out of my pot like that. And then that one went to the big plant. And then I've got, let's see, I think I'm going to, oh, this one is tangled up. Come on, you guys, there we go. just gonna take this one, and I'm gonna take there's a few leaves on here that need to come off. And I think I got a hole like right here. Yep. Let's stick her down right there. Get those roots tucked in. Because this was all fresh soil well, actually both of the pots really, because I just repotted them this winter. And there's nothing wrong with the soil. And then this one I'm just going to take, I got a hole right here. I'm just going to squish her in here like this. Look at that. Look how pretty that little tricolored Tradescantia is stuck in there. Okay, I'm going to move this over. I didn't make too big of a mess. Not yet. I ain't done yet. But there's a dry leaf. I'm going to try to get that off of there. Now, I've got... oh, Lord. I have cuttings that I had. We had a storm, and we had really, really high winds. And my plant blew off of my hanger on the front porch, and it fell onto the ground, and it broke a few pieces off. So I picked them up, and I already had a container out here with some water in it, and I just threw them down in the water. So you can see, and I mean, this has only been like a week or two ago. I think 2 weeks. But look at the roots on these. Crazy. It does not take long at all to root up. And you can do it in water. You can do it in soil. They root up beautifully. And then I have another container over here with more in it. See those roots? Insane. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all of this plant in. I'm just going to set these down. And then I'm just going to go in some of my naked areas over here, and I'm just going to push them down on the pot. Where I got like little holes over here where there's no soil at yet. So I'm just going to put them down here, and then I'm going to put some soil on. Kind of give her a tap and let everything kind of fall in there. And then I've got a spot right here. I'm just sticking my finger down in there and making a big hole. And then I'm going to remove that bottom leaf. And then I'm just going to... oh, that's a root. I thought it was a leaf. I'm just going to stick her down in here. Like that. And I'm going to make another hole with my finger. I'm just going to make a deep, deep hole, because these are long, long stems. I'm going to stick her down in there, and I'm just kind of packing the dirt around. I have another one. And then I think what I might do is, I've got... I'm going to take these, I'm going to try to cram as many of these in as I can. I'm going to start with the bigger one. The bigger stemmed one. Oh, they're all, what are they, all hooked together? No, they're just tangled. Oh, they are super tangled. Crazy root system that they get. And these are almost, well, not almost, they are like too big of water roots for me. I don't like to let my water roots grow that much before I pot them, because water roots are different than soil roots, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, but I'm gonna stick her down here in this hole that I made. I'm gonna hang her over my pot. I'm just gonna add some more soil. I'm not gonna worry about getting soil on my leaves, because I will take her out and put her in my yard, and I'll water her in really good with the hose. And then I think I got another one I could put in here. God, this plant is going to be packed to the gills. Now this one, I think I'm going to, because the roots are, oh wait, I just ripped those off. The roots are all the way up here, so I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to cut that stem off, right where the roots are. Uh-oh, there it was. And then I'm just going to stick that down. And this plant is so easy. I mean, you can cut it and stick it right in the soil. It's not going to root any slower or faster that way. I mean, not that I've ever experienced with this plant, so I think this one I want to try to put right here. Get a nice pretty piece sticking over right here. There. And then I think I'm going to, well, I'm not going to jam anymore in my pot. I think I'm just going to pot these up separately, because I'm sending a few of these to my girlfriend. So, but what I want to do is, that was the pot that they were originally in. I want to give her another little trim, because you can see how bushy she is. She is super bushy. Try to hang that over there. I just want to lighten her up a little bit. I love her hanging, but this plant grows insanely fast. So, I want to make sure I want to feed her, because I'm going to go out and water her. Some of the dead leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pot up these, because I don't want to stick them back in water and let them get a ton of water roots. So I'll just do that, and then I'm going to some more soil in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut make some more cuttings off of her. Now, I like that piece right there. And I've got I'm going to cut that piece. And I'm just taking the dead leaves. Well, they're not really dead yet, but they're working on it. You can tell they get really light. And then she's got a cute little baby right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick her down. I'm going to take this leaf off too, these bottom leaves. I'm going to take and I am just going to stick her down. And with this plant, you really don't need rooting hormone. I mean, you can put it in if you want to. But I'm just going to kind of let her hang. Well, I'm trying to, because I don't want to break that piece off, and she's already got beautiful aerial roots on her, and this plant will take off. I think I'll set her kind of like that, maybe. That ain't gonna work. It's not gonna stay there. I'm just gonna put her back in how I had her originally. It's kind of a wonky piece, but I love when they hang down like that. I am such a fan of hanging plants. And then I'm gonna cut get rid of that. Just leaves that are getting ready to... Oh, I gotta scoot her closer to me. This is killing my back. I'm gonna thin this out right here because that part down there is not getting a lot of airflow. And wherever you cut her on this plant, she will push out new growth. So I'm just taking the very bottom of the leaves off. You can see she's got aerial roots already popping out. And I'm gonna make another cut right there. And then I'm gonna make a hole, stick her down in here. This is the pot that I'm making up for Linda, because when it cools down in late August or early September, I'm going to be sending her some more plants. And then I have a couple more people I'm going to be sending plants to. But I'm just kind of waiting for the weather to, we have been so hot here. Oh, that's not a very good piece. That one's kind of yellowing up a little bit, but I think what I'll do is take these bottom leaves off and I'll stick her in there and I'll see what she does. Now this plant does like a lot of water, but if you're propagating like this, just right directly into the soil, yeah, see, this needed thinned out. I can see a lot more in here, and the plant is going to grow much better not being so crammed together while she's trying to grow. But I think, oh, she's making babies way down there too. Okay, I think I am going to turn this. That is a piece that I moved over here. I'm just going to leave it like that. Take that leaf off. Well, I see some more yellowing leaves. Okay, I'm just going to... I took one of the rooted pieces out on accident. I pulled her back out after I just put her in, so I'm just going to stick her right back into this pot. I'm not even going to try to put it back into my mother plant. It's not that big of a deal, because I can cut mine anytime and fill in holes. I just got to remember to put some more soil. I'm going to do that right now so I don't forget, because I will. And I think I'm going to cut, no, I ain't going to cut that piece. That's not a very good looking piece. So Linda, I don't know, you might get a tricolor, Todds in your pot, since I have mine all mixed up. I think I'm going to cut this one off. Ooh! Sheesh, almost cut my hair. Because everywhere you make a cut on that plant, on the stem, it will grow out. It'll push out a new growth. But see all the little air roots? Can you guys see that? So I'm just gonna make a hole, and I am going to stick her down in here. And Linda can add this to her boat lilies that I already sent her. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to water this in again. So that's all there is to it, guys. I got my basket all filled out. I am going to go out and give her a big drink. This one already has a drink. This is Linda's little plant I'm going to send her. Oh, that one's falling out. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that little stinkeroo. So it is. That is an odd, but I hate to break that off. That new little shoot right there. Maybe I'll try sticking it in this way. And then the other leaves will kind of hold her up. And then when Linda gets it, she can do what she wants with it. She can either, that little piece will be growed out more and she can pop it off and put it in the soil. That is if I don't kill it, if I don't waterlog it before it gets to her. Because it's going to be another good month. But that is it. I will take her out, hang her up, get her watered down, and show you guys. Oh crap, I had pieces over here. I'll stick them in Lenny's pot. I forgot about those. These are some that I accidentally broke off. Can you guys hear my dog whining? I don't know which one's the top and which one's the bottom, but I guess it don't matter with this plant. Alright, I am done planting plants for the day, I think. I potted up 3 plants today on video, so that was fun. Alright, I'm going to go out and water her up and clean up any more that I may see, and I will show you guys what she looks like hanging up. There she is. I just got her hung up. I took my bird feeder down for now, so I had a nice place to hang her up and water her, because normally she hangs on my front porch, but I wanted to give her a really good soak. Look at that cute little tricolor transcanthi in there with her. I think that's adorable. But that's her back. Let me move her around, because this was the original, this here was the original front of the plant. And then I'll twist her. Ooh, she is heavy. And then that's the back. That's a plant I added in, and then put a few more cuttings around in here. And then I can off and on do that. So, alright guys, I am going to let you go. I will talk to you later. When she gets done drying, I am going to give her a really good spray down of neem oil again. Guys, I am going to let you go. I will talk to you later. And you have a great day. Bye. Peace.